What's up, my friends? Hope you had a really good day today. Let's get on with the topic today: dealing with life's biggest decision effectively. So think about it: changing careers, buying a property, starting a business, writing a book, getting married, getting divorced, becoming a parent, and the list just goes on. These are some of the biggest decisions we have to make in our lives. The stakes are always high, and since life doesn't come with a reset button, this decision can really be agonizing. One decision is all it takes to truly change the course of our lives. Personally, I wish there was a fail-proof method that I can use so that I don't end up making a mistake that I will regret for the rest of my life. But I know and you know that that is not possible. So the next best thing is to find a system that I can use to ensure that I choose the best path for every big decisions that I have to make. And that is why I am so excited to have my guest in this episode, someone who has made numerous big decisions in his career and life. And apparently, one of these decisions cost him millions of dollars. But the good news is he has worked through it and he has changed it around to his benefit. And he has some wisdom to share with the rest of us. So let me bring Captain Ariva into the studio. Hello, welcome, Captain Ariva.
Hi, everybody. Hello, Dean. How are you doing?
I'm good, and I'm sure you sound good and you look good too. Okay, let me
We're
put up the.
excited.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, so, Captain,
Yes.
first off, why am I calling you Captain? Let's explain to everyone.
Right.
You're not a
Um,
superhero, are you?
I'm not a Captain America.
Sounds like it, Captain Ariva.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So I used to be a ship captain. I was working with MISC Petronas, and I was sailing around the world for about 13 years. And
Ah,
I've been to 49 different countries, 6 continents, 7 oceans, and by far I've calculated that I've done 300 sea voyages in my life.
oh, wow. It's more than any one of us can dream of, in our normal lives. Okay. Our non-superhero life.
None
Okay.
super.
So what do you do now? You're not a captain anymore, right? Captain of the ship
Right.
anymore.
Yeah, I'm right now a trainer and a speaker. I'm actually a design thinking professional. So I work with companies to coach on innovation and design thinking and all the thinking part of the programs. That's my
Nice.
expertise now. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So I remember I had a chat with you before we came on to this live show, and you seem to have made huge decisions in your life. So
Correct.
and every time you speak, I'm awed, right? So it's just so exciting. So share with us some of those big decisions that you went through.
Okay, so see, I was a ship captain, right? Why am I sitting in front of this computer with you and doing this show? I'm supposed to be at sea, correct? And
Yeah.
that is one big decision I've made, Dean, before. I was sailing, I studied nautical science, and I
Mm.
moved my career I start sailing at 18 years old,
Mm.
and until I became a captain, it took me about 10 years plus. And I was really having a high paid salary.
Mm.
Captain of a ship gets those people who are working in the oil and gas platform and all.
Mm.
We were paid 6-figure income, not even 5 figures,
Wow,
but it was
nice.
6-figure income. And I'm on the top of the career, which is the captain. On a cargo ship, the highest level is the captain, and nobody is above captain.
Wow.
And
So you're the king of the ship.
yeah, I'm the king of the ship. I
Yeah.
have all the controls, whatever I can do. And I've been traveling around the world. Just imagine you go everywhere and you're being paid for. And I chose the career because I love that career. I love studying because you need to study astro navigation for you to become a captain. And
Okay.
astronomy is one of the things that I'm so passionate about. So I'm so passionate about that work. I love my work. I'm traveling around the world. I'm making tons of money. And still I
Whoa.
quit sailing.
Not because something bad happened at work, right?
Yeah, not something bad happened. Some people told me that, hey, Captain, you stopped sailing because you got married, right? No, 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 no. Actually, my wife also sailed together with me while I was sailing. So I can bring
Oh,
my wife also.
wait,
See?
she's a staff.
No, no, she's not a staff. She just got married to me. And if you're a ship captain, you can bring your wife on board. So
Oh my
just
God. Okay, that's
ah.
interesting. Oh, okay.
So she sailed with me for 9 months, and my wife loves sailing. She said that this is one of the best thing because she gets to go everywhere for free too. She can go to Hawaii, she can go to Chile, Mexico, places that you never ever will go. And
Okay.
I still
So yes. So what happened? What happened here?
okay. So I made a decision because I read a book, and this book really started to make me think about a new vision in my life. And it brought me to this new vision, and it made me realize that I can be this too. And it slowly get into me, and somehow or other, something connects with one of my value system. And that value system is called freedom. I love to be free. Now
And
I thought,
that's why you are on the ship, right? Going all
yeah.
over the world. Yeah.
So first I thought sailing is freedom. But then I thought, actually, no, we are actually prisoners of the sea, my friend. So there is not a freedom, even though I can go anywhere, but there's no freedom there. So then I thought, I want to be financially free. So I want to be in such a way that I'm financially free. I no need to think about anything. I no need to work, and I want to do things that I love to do. So, and that book made me rethink about my life, and I quit sailing and I started my business. That's how I got moving out from the sea to my life and in the land.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, big decision.
So then you
Huge.
said certain things happened, and then there were some bigger
Right.
decisions that you had to make. Yeah.
Correct.
Tell
Yeah.
us.
So what happened was I stopped sailing, and then I started my business, and it was a marine business, shipping. So I started my business. I was running my business, and while I was running my business, it was not easy because I need to start moving. So I thought when I make the decision, I'm ready to make the right decision. You see, but when you get into that decision, that's the time you are not ready into the new world, because everybody thought when you come in and make the decision, you think you already reached that goal, you already come to that visualization that you thought of. You understand?
Like we all want to hit the road running kind of
Yeah,
analogy.
correct. We thought you do that and the next few days you are there. No, you have to go through that journey. You see, so I made the decision, and I thought the journey will be, I know it's going to be difficult, but I didn't know that it is so difficult.
Wow.
Yeah. And the thing is, I have to get into the business, and I have to open up one company here in Malaysia, there in Singapore, and I also have to open up a company in India, in China, and it didn't work on well. I got a lawsuit in India, and that cost a lot of money.
It went to millions, you said, right?
It went to millions. And that made me, that made me rethink. Did I make the right decision? This is the thing everybody go through.
Yeah.
That's where the mindset will come in and say, you should have stayed. Your life was fantastic.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Oh my God, let me tell you, that is really, and keep on coming and coming. Did I make the right decision? You see, if I were to sail, I could have sailed until I was 75 years old, because that's how a sailor, if you're working in Korean ships or Japanese ship, you can work until 75 years old. What am I doing here? You see? So I left that and I came here. And that's the thing, you need to push, because You already made that vision, right? I believe this one thing. While I was sailing, I learned one very important thing. Never, I could be being very provocative here, but listen to me first. Huh?
Okay.
Never have plan B. Never. It's only one plan. It's plan A. You can have contingency plan, but never have plan B. Contingency
Okay, wait.
plan and plan B is different.
What's the difference? What's the difference?
Plan, okay, if I were to move from Sydney to Mexico, that's plan A. Now, you cannot suddenly say, weather is bad lah. This time I go Japan. Hello, cannot happen. The cargo is for Mexico, full stop. So you go to Mexico. But what if there is a weather contingency plan? Stop by Hawaii for a while. Let the bad weather pass through. Then resume back to Mexico.
So there is a detour, but not a change in course.
Yes. You want to write a book? Write a book.
Yes. And not talk about writing a book.
Don't talk about it. And when you're writing first chapter, don't tell, this is not for me. I better go and just do training. No such thing. You start right. End it. So when I started that business, it was really tough. And it came to a level that I don't have any money more to sustain in my for my family. I was that much. I was earning about 6-figure income, and suddenly I had to let loose all this thing. And you know what? Still adamant with my dream because I believe in that visualization so well. So ship captain some more, we made decision already. No plan B, ain't gonna move. So I moved. And there was a time, just for this contingency plan, I was selling vacuum cleaner house to house, my friend.
Oh my.
And this is one of the vacuum cleaner that people don't buy because it's bloody expensive. I'm not sure I'm supposed to tell the brand in this.
No,
talk.
better don't. Yeah. For your sake, okay?
It's a 7,000 ringgit vacuum cleaner.
Wow.
I was going to buy a 7,000 ringgit vacuum cleaner, but they told me, you just go house to house. I never told myself I was a captain. I would just call myself Ariva there. Ariva, you just go house to house. One house, you go and do the demonstration. We will pay you 100. So I calculated, I need this much amount of money. I go house to house. I ended up in my good friend's house, and he said, Ariva, I told you not to stop. This kind of thing. Oh my God, I tell you.
We always have that one friend or relative that will be able to say this.
They will somehow or other they'll be there. They will come and tell you, as serious, I have my inner voice killing me every day. I have to have another external voice come and telling me, I told you, you should have been sailing right now. I never listened to them. I was so connected with my visualization, and I passed through that, and somehow or other deal will come in. But then don't sit down and hope for deal. I have to work. So I was meeting two new people every day who somehow or other will, because the business is very network type of business. Yeah. You need to get the right charterer for you to do the right business, you see. So you need to go and somehow find the right person who can work together with you to send the cargo to where you're supposed to go, you see.
So it sounds like you have your shipping company.
Yeah, we had a shipping company. We were doing chartering. We were doing coal chartering. And we had to send coal to China. That was our biggest customer because they have power plants there. So, and we worked on this. We worked on this. We got the right partner. They will come. Just don't just let go. They will come. And somehow or other, we got it moving. And it won't happen just like that, It comes slowly. And you have to
I hear two things here now. You need to first trust that your decision is the right one.
Yeah.
And second, have patience.
Yes, have patience, yes.
Okay, now let's talk about how we can apply your experience and your wisdom to our lives, right,
Okay.
listeners and myself. So many people make decisions based on this, based on what I know, right?
Right.
Based on, I believe, the three preferences. They either tend towards logic, they either tend to be very emotional about decisions, or they say, oh, I know, I go with my gut feel, or what we call intuition. So, what is your opinion on these preferences? Is there one that's better than the other? What's your take on this?
Okay. So, as a ship captain, that I've been deciding so many decisions while I was sailing, I believe that there are, out of the three, two of it is very prominent. And those two things, two type of decision making that I do. One of it is called using the logical method. Another one is the intuitive method. But you need to understand which one is the good one. You see, logical method, I know you will look at all the pros and cons for you to think about, analyze, and every single thing, and then
And there are
you
a
will
lot of
come.
models for this, right?
Yeah,
Logic.
a lot of models about that. You will come to a decision. But the problem with logical method, it's too slow. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah,
Okay,
it's too
tell
slow.
us more.
Because it requires for you to analyze too many things to see things. I'm not telling it's not right. It's one of the method that you can use.
Right.
But the faster method is intuition. Intuition is faster. Let me give you an example. Let's say you drive a car 180 kilometer per hour, and then suddenly one goat pass by. Do you use analytical, think about, okay, the goat is passing by with a 20 kilometer per hour, I'm going 180 kilometer per hour, at T minus 10 seconds, I will, no, we don't do that. We just turn left, somehow or other you'll make a decision, am I right?
Yes, split second
Likewise,
decision.
split second, right? That in a blink you make that decision, that's the intuition. Similar, like when you do you know when you park your car, long time ago we don't have that front sensor, but then you know how to park just right at the wall, and when you come out you'll see that there will be that 10 centimeter gap, and you do it correct all the time.
Yes.
That is intuition. Okay, now logical and intuition both are accurate, but for you to think intuitively, you need to have a lot of amount of experience for you to build that intuition up.
Actually, you said it right, because a lot of people, and I just want to clear the misconception here. When we talk about misconception, a lot of people think that it is just a feelings thing. It is actually not. It is all the years of experience, or the depth of experience that is been combined, and then your mind just have all this algorithm, and it happens just like that, right? Yeah. So
Exactly. You said it right.
so intuition is equals to experience.
Experience. And according to Malcolm Gladwell, I think he spoke about this quite well in one of the book named Blink.
Blink. Yeah.
Yes. He spoke about this, that you need to have about 10,000 hours of experience for it to get into the system. So if you don't have that 10,000 hours of experience, don't go and tell, look, sometimes you make a decision, this guy may be right for me in my life, and then you make that intuitive decision, I can feel he's right. Hello, you don't have 10,000 hours of experience for you to look at somebody's face and tell, I can feel he's the right person. Hello. So you must know who you are. Do you have that experience? For me, I was working on a ship called the Dynamic Positioning Vessel. Now, a dynamic positioning vessel is a ship that has 7 propellers. Forward got 2, side got 2, back got 2, and the last one 7. And you cannot anchor near the oil and gas platform, because when you anchor, it'll break the pipelines. So you need to keep the ship. You need to keep the ship, and you cannot make an error of 5 meters.
That is very small considering how big a ship is.
Correct. And the wave can go up and down, And my job is to hold that ship, and doesn't make that 5 meter error. And I cannot do this, okay, this is the data, this is the data, I have to put. No, you can't. You need to use the intuition. In just few seconds, you must know already left, right, front, back. How is it supposed to be?
Okay,
And
I love the way you share.
Captain, come on, you need to do logical decision making. I say, hello, you come on board ship, you run this DP vessel, then you will know logical or intuition. But logical intuition, right? Both also got one problem.
What is that?
Emotion come into logical, the emotion come into intuitive, you go wrong. You understand what I'm
And
saying?
that's why we cannot make big decisions when we're feeling down.
Yes. You said it correctly, Dean. You can't make decision when you are down. You can't make decision when you are angry.
Or angry, okay. I
Oh
thought
my
when you're
God.
very happy also you cannot make very
Happy also cannot. You know, you saw that one girl and she's so beautiful. I'm going to marry her. But we make that mistake, you know. It's not a mistake. Sometimes it becomes a good one. That's how I got married to my wife.
Oh, you're trying to save yourself here.
I saw her so beautiful. I say got married.
Oh,
And in just 1 week, I went and told her that I'm going to marry you.
wow.
Because I'm a seafarer. I need to go on board ship in 1 month time. If I don't make that decision and go and tell her, Muttusamy will come and take over my wife. You understand?
Wow.
So before Captain Ariva go and get Anusha, her name is Anusha, you need to be fast. And I didn't have the 10,000 hours of experience. I was sailing most of my life. Hello.
Wow.
So emotion comes in. Yeah. Somehow or other, you need to have the vision. When I have the vision, I will make the decision. But be careful. If you're angry, if you're down, you're making a decision. You're going to make a very wrong decision.
Okay, now you're saying I cannot make a decision when I'm down. I cannot make a decision when I'm angry. I cannot make a decision when I'm very happy. Then when can I make a decision? When am I emotionally in the right place to make a decision?
Okay. The best emotions for you to make a decision is calm. And calmness happen after you are happy. You see, you cannot be angry and then switch to calm. Forget it. It cannot happen. You cannot be then suddenly, hey, calm down. But you're not calm, you know, you're just still agitated. You just can't, you just went down. You need to be at peace. You need to be at peace. So let the time pass by. Don't worry. Nothing's going to happen in few hours. That's different when you're driving a car. That's a different thing, you see. You're making life decision now, you know. We are not making car decision. There's a time for you to do that. So you need to do something in the meantime before making that decision. You need to do something. And that one thing is called getting clarity. Get yourself clear. You want to buy a house, go and get clarity about what are the house you're going to buy, get all the data. See, the more data you get, the more clarity you get. The more
you really need to know what is important to you, right?
Yes, correct.
That's clarity, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. And the clarity and the data comes together and it connects, you know, it connects because you have what we call a preference. If you don't have a preference, you better find the purpose. Why am I deciding to buy a house? Why am I getting married? Why am I quitting sailing? Why am I switching my job? Why? That purpose must find first. If you don't have a purpose, forget it. You will never get a clarity.
So if I'm very cloudy on my purpose, I must focus on finding the purpose first. Finding the why first. Why do I want this? Why do I want to do this? Right?
Correct.
Okay. So you seem to have some kind of a proven method. For yourself. So maybe if you share with us, we can see if we can use it or adapt to our needs.
Correct. Okay. So actually, there's two types of decision making. Yeah? Okay. One is you make a decision because there were few options. You got 5 different cars that you want to buy. You don't know which car. You got 5 different houses you want to buy, you don't know which house. You got 5 different boyfriends, you don't know who to get married. So that is choosing between options. For you to choose between options, you need to first of all populate, because choosing between options is very clear already. You got this, you really know you're going to buy, but you don't know which one is it. You might need to think about your decision making criteria. Okay, so what are the 3 or 2 criteria you're looking at for you to make a decision? Okay, so let's say you want to buy a tomato. You go to Pasar and you want to buy a tomato. Now, when you go to Tesco, very simple. You just go, get tomato, you come back. But when you go to this wet market that you have 5 or 6 vendor of the tomato, you need to have a decision-making matrix. You understand? So, if not, you'll be running up and down and you'll be wondering this tomato like that tomato like that, So have a decision-making criteria. What are the criteria? It must be cheap. It must look good. Which one is more important? Is it cheap or it must look good? If you're going out to eat tonight, all right? I know dinner time is already there. You're going out to eat tonight. Think about this. Every day, the relationship problem, the biggest relationship problem is happening dinner time, lunchtime. Where are you gonna eat? I don't know. Tell lah, up to you. They keep on going. From today onwards, take up a paper. Write down what is the decision-making matrix you are looking at. Number 1, it must be healthy. Number 2, it must be fast. Number 3, it must be hot. Number 4, it must be cheap. Put that and put all the criteria and do some kind of a calculation, rate it a little bit, and then you can come up with an idea. That's for between option. But then, how about the second type of decision making, which is go, no go? Should I get married or not? Should I buy a house or not? Yeah. Should I shift from here to Johor or not? Should I start this business or not? For that to happen, first of all, question yourself, why am I doing this? I know this sounds so cliche. Every single guru will come and tell you, find the why, find the why, find the why. I'm not asking you just find the why. After you find the why, like me, when I want to stop sailing, my why was one word called financial freedom. I want that. When I want to get married, there's one word which is called raise my family. I want to have kids and I want to raise a family. That's why I want to get married. If I don't want to raise a family, I wouldn't have get married and I would have stayed on board ship forever. If I want to buy a house because I want to have a place to stay, it could be a simple thing. I want to stay alone. If you are moving out from your family, I'm going to stay alone. I'm doing that because I want to grow my own family. In my house, there cannot be 2 kings. It's only 1 king, and that king is me.
Whoa.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So when you get that, then you visualize. Second step, visualize. Visualize something. Is this the right direction? Some kind of a visualization. See, when I want to leave from a port, which is Sydney, and I want to go Mexico, I cannot see Mexico by standing how tall or so. From Sydney, I cannot see Mexico. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Because it's very far away.
Yes.
But the best thing I could do is I could imagine Mexico, and I imagine the whole city of Mexico, and I get information to help me to imagine Mexico. I don't know why I'm talking about Mexico a lot today.
Yes. Basically, you're talking about first you need to see the end goal in your mind. Because if you can't see it, how do we know where we're going?
So if you can't see that, why don't you go and sit down with some people and let them trigger and tell you from their point of view? It could be right, it could be wrong, doesn't matter. It will make your vision clearer. That house that you're thinking about, go and talk to people, because your own vision alone could be extravagant. That's a problem. Sometimes you vision Your vision is too big,
Unrealistic.
realistic. Oh my God, you're going to have a problem. You cannot straight away write a book and tell that you want to be a bestseller, international bestseller. Cannot. That could happen one day, but the first one, the first goal, how big is it? How is it? Visualize. Don't visualize alone. Those people who are affected by your goal, go and talk to them. Visualize. And then the third step you got to do. Provoke your brain. Okay.
Whoa. Okay.
You need to provoke your brain. You need to get these three things. There are three problems in decision making, Dean. Three problems. Number one, human beings are really biased. Easily we get biased because somebody said something. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Happens to every one of us.
Yeah, this is the issue. You saw one, just because your good friend bought this Samsung 64 inches TV, and just because he bought it, he will come and tell you, Macha, 64 inches TV is the TV. Bias. Just because your dad told you this is right doesn't mean it's right.
Absolutely.
Just because I'm a ship captain, I come and tell you about sailing doesn't mean I am right. You understand?
They're all perspective, right? They're all
perspective. Some of the perspective goes towards certain direction. So I want you to understand, biasness is the biggest issue that we have.
And it can really destroy the decision. That's what I want.
Yeah. Number two problem, inaccuracy of data. So you thought that data that you get, you just take it as a face value. No, why don't you go and get the information about that house, about that stocks? You know, you're buying a stocks or whatever. It's the same situation. Don't get inaccurate data. I want you to question, go and deep dive into that information to find out. So be a question guy, you know, provoke your people, provoke everybody asking you, where you got this information? Who told you this information? Then you will say, people like to use, there is a consultant who is this person, who is this person. Who is the fella? Can you tell me what is his credential? Because that information that is going to enter your brain is going to be a scanty information, and you're going to have an issue, you know. Because sometimes we believe so much into the information, and you come and tell, hey, I got the right information, no, from this guru. Who is this guru? You know, I will always question. I made a lot of wrong financial decision because of listening to some coconuts. You understand what I'm saying?
But you know what? Sometimes the other person, the other party is giving you their advice in all honesty, right? Because they believe in it.
Yeah.
And they win by their honesty, but honesty doesn't mean it's the right perspective for us, right?
So second, accuracy. Be very careful, because the data, whenever you get the data, if it is not accurate, you're going to go somewhere. The third thing, this is where a lot of people have a problem. Thoroughness, non-thoroughness. They're not thorough in looking for information. They're not thorough. Just because the problem is, you don't know what you don't know, Dean.
Absolutely.
If you know what you don't know, you can still find. The problem is you don't know what you don't know. How to find? That's why you cannot make a decision alone. You need to meet these three people in your life.
Wow.
These three people are so important in your life whenever you're making decision.
Wow. Tell me, who's these three people?
First type of people who are, whatever you say, they will say yes.
Okay.
Listen to them. Let them tell you every single thing. Okay. And they like you. The problem with these people is they will tell you fantastic decision. You might be doing wrong decision, you know. Fantastic decision. Okay. That's the first start of people that you know. Number two, the people who don't like you. Oh my God, I love them. I love the people who don't like me because he will disagree with me and he will switch my mind going to that place that I don't know. You understand?
Yeah.
Oh, when you want to make a decision, please go and meet these people who you don't like. They will tell you all the reason why you shouldn't.
Okay.
And that's a new perspective. Am I right, Dean?
Absolutely, you're right.
And that perspective will make you think. I don't want you to get carried away emotionally. I know you don't like them also. But I want you to understand, look at their perspective. Go and see, I like the fella. He's going to tell me something, different perspective. I want to see what he sees. Pop! Then tell him, thank you. Thank you for being very difficult. Because you make me see things. You understand? And the third person, my third person, favorite person. Somebody that you least expect, that is totally not in the picture, that doesn't have any experience about that information. Go and meet this person. It could be somebody in your family or your friend who's not related, who doesn't come into that circle of decision making, who have never made that decision of buying a house, buying a car, whatever is it. Go and meet the fella and tell him, I want to buy a house. What do you think? And let him tell you from his point of view, because he has a clean slate in his brain. He will tell you, it's like, I don't know, lah. I never bought a house. But what advice would you give me? I don't know. Please don't go and buy a house in Bukit Beruntung. That one I can tell you, lah.
Okay.
I like third person because out of they will show me a perspective that I never ever thought before. They are actually the Joe in the street, you know. That person that we least expect.
And because they don't know, they may ask you something that you never thought of, right?
Correct. And listen to them. And because of this, there are more questions comes into your brain. Am I right?
True.
Now,
So true.
these questions are the vacuum for you to look for information. Because the only way you can get information, not by browsing information are not powerful. Information that precedes, that comes because of a question. That questions are so powerful. The question steers your brain to look for information. And all this question will lead you for you to become thorough. So, okay. So how do I put this all together? BAT. Bet. Be Batman.
All right. What is B?
Bias free.
Okay.
Looking at the data, whatever data you're going to look at, be bias free. Listen to this. If you want to be a vegan, listen to vegan, listen to vegetarian, listen to the carnivores. Everybody listen to them.
Okay.
Don't just simply believe vegan is right. Don't just believe vegetarian is right. Don't just believe what we call omnivores are right. Just listen to everyone. And then choose with your purpose. You understand? Come back to your purpose. Yeah, this will help me. You understand? Okay, then it could be anything. So be bias free. There's a lot of psychological problem that we have that is bringing us toward the biasness. Just because that person is wearing a black coat doesn't mean he's a consultant. He can come and con and insult you also.
Yes. You said it right.
Yeah. Second, be accurate. Strive for accuracy. Every single data that you get in, look for accuracy. I'm also advising you, if you were to do a stock pick, get the data. When people say Top Glove is going up high, you better buy. You better be careful. Why is he telling that? Go and find the information. If just somebody say, hey, better buy Air Asia, it's low. Is it really low? Go and do the calculation to find out what is the real value that's supposed to be to buy now. And be thorough. So B for bias free, A for accuracy, T is for thorough. Go and look in every point of view. Take a piece of paper, write down, decide, look for this point of view, this point of view. Buying a stock pick, go and do your fundamental analysis, go and do your technical analysis. If you're going to buy a house, go and think from every point of view. From a point of view of buying the house and selling it later, or buying a house and keeping it as a passive income. Every single point of view. And that will give you the clarity. This is where the clarity comes in. When you get clarity, if you have a clarity of your vision in the future, you will have the power to decide in the present.
Can you repeat that golden words again?
Okay, the word is, if you have clarity of your vision in the future, you will have power to decide in the present.
That is beautiful words that I will remember for a long, long, long time. And every time I have to make a big decision, Captain Ariva, your face and your words is going to come into my mind. Okay, now just to close the whole discussion. So I've made the decision. How can I tell that I really did make the right decision?
Okay. Let me tell you something. There is no right decision or a wrong decision when you've done your visualization well. It is the decision that I want, decision that I don't want. There's two different things, There's never a right decision or a wrong decision. When you already know this is the decision that I want because it's connected with my purpose, it's connected with my visualization, it's the decision that I want. It's not connected with my mother's purpose and my mother's vision. Your mother will come and tell you, get married, Dean. It's time already. You understand what I'm saying? That's my mother's dream, my mother's purpose. If it is connected to you, then it's your decision. It must be your decision. And when you make that decision, you already make a visualization, take up the anchor and start moving. I know along the way, you might sway away from the course.
Absolutely.
That's normal. That's what human beings are. Your job is to bring back to the course. Don't let it stray over to a different decision. You need to be focused, my friend. Focus means follow one course until succeed. Make it through. Make it happen until you succeed. The problem with people, you know what? A lot of people scared to make a decision, because they will fail.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Absolutely. There's so many. I mean, I know personally, a lot of people would rather not do anything than to make a decision and go somewhere else from where they are.
Right. And I know it is emotionally and psychologically very disturbing for a person to make a decision. Now, there's one piece of tips that I would like to tell. The more small, short decisions that you make in your life without fearing you made a mistake and you just go on to, the more you strengthen your decision-making muscles. So how to do this? Very simple. Simply just go out and decide one place to eat. Don't make, just decide. Let it be wrong, let it be right. Go sit down, eat. You never know. You stumble upon good restaurant. You might stumble upon bad restaurant. When you stumble upon bad restaurant, please don't hit yourself. A lot of people do this,
Yeah.
They say,
It's a learning experience.
Correct. They use this word, I shouldn't have. In a relationship, that's what's happening. I shouldn't have married you. I shouldn't have dated you. You shouldn't. Hello, this I shouldn't, you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Don't live life with shoulds and shouldn'ts.
Yeah,
right?
why? Hello. Like this, we cannot run. This is the problem. Because of this, you are stuck in one place for a long period of time. You're not moving. Human being, you see, let me tell you something. A ship is built for a purpose. You cannot leave the ship in one place and let it be there. No. A plane cannot be left at a place and just not flying. You cannot do that.
It's not its purpose.
It's not its purpose. A ship is built for sailing. A plane is built for flying. And the same thing for a human being. You are built for a purpose, which is to grow into a different level. And for you to grow, you need to move. For you to move, you need to get out and make a decision and move out. You understand what I'm saying?
I like the point that you made is to be able to make good big decision. It starts with making a lot of good small decisions.
Correct. And that good or bad small decision will make you grow stronger. That's why, as you see, this COVID-19 had brought us into pivoting our business. And recently, I have to get into a big decision into making this thing fully digitalized, my business fully digitalized.
Right.
And I saw the future, I saw that, and immediately I took action. All my staffs are still blur. They were like, are we going in the right direction? I say there's no right direction, there's no wrong direction. This is the direction that we are going. And I started building, doing things, doing. And it took us 1.5 months, and we are fully digital right now.
Awesome.
And that happens because you decided, move.
Right. So we have to move on. Thank you, Captain Ariva. So you've shared amazing content for all of us to think about. And yes, the next time I make a big decision, I will never use should have, could have, or must have, So every decision is a right decision because you made it with BAT, no bias, accuracy, and what's the thoroughness. Yes. So as long as you have done this BAT, whatever comes after that, just work with it.
Work with it.
Yes. So, my friends, if you want to connect and know the wisdom that Captain Ariva has in him, connect with him at LinkedIn. So you just say CAPT Ariva, ARIVA, and you'll find him. So, Captain Ariva, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom, and wish you all the best. I'm looking forward to you succeeding and becoming huge in whatever way you huge is.
Thank you, Dean.
Right.
Remember, everybody, if you have clarity of your vision in the future, you will have power to decide in the present.
Absolutely. So with that, thank you and goodbye.
Good night. Bye-bye.